Students, hi everyone, good afternoon. Okay students, let's continue with the previous topic, that is Windows OS. Okay students, what is Windows OS? So let us revise the previous class topics. What is Windows OS students? Come on, respond. What is Windows OS? What is the importance of Windows? Windows OS. What is Windows OS? So what is GUI? GUI stands for? Come on students, GUI stands for? GUI. So do you know the term GUI? Okay, I'll check with that, okay? GUI. So do you know the term GUI students? GUI. So Windows is an operating system. Windows is an operating system. So what is GUI? Graphical user interface. So GUI allows the users to interact with the graphical controls, or which we call it as icons, buttons, menus and other elements. Am I right? Yes. So those are all the features of Windows. Very good. Graphical user interface. Very good. Windows is a multi-user, multitasking operating system. Very good, Harshita. Multi-user, multitasking operating system. Okay students, what is multi-user, multitasking operating system? Multi-user and multitasking means? Come on. Multi-user, multitasking. So what is meant by multi-user, multitasking? So why Windows is a multi-user, multitasking operating system? See, I need more responses, students. Come on, please respond. So why Windows is multi-user, multitasking? What is meant by multi-user and multitasking operating system? Come on students, please respond so I can check your answers. Yes, it performs all tasks, but multi-user multitasking means it allows multiple users to use the same system at a time, or to access the same data at a time, or to perform various tasks at a time. Am I right? So that is nothing but multi-user multitasking operating system. Very good. It is used by multiple users. Very good. Two or more users to run programs at the same time. As multitasking means simultaneously we can perform multiple tasks. Very good. So in the previous class we discussed GUI features like icons, desktop, taskbar. Again, taskbar contains start menu, quick launch toolbar, system tray, etc. So now we'll discuss some of the Windows system programs. So what are Windows system programs? See, most of the Windows contains some internal programs, like some system programs, so that will appear on your desktop, like my computer or this PC. Am I right? So what is the use of my computer or this PC? So latest version of Windows contains this PC. Am I right? So this PC is available on your desktop. So what is the use of this PC or my computer? Come on students. This PC or my computer. Please respond students. So do you know about my computer? Yes, Satya. Very good. So do you know about the my computer or this PC? My computer or this PC? So these are the various Windows system programs which are available on your desktop. So that is My Computer, Network Neighborhood, My Documents, Recycle Bin, etc. So these are the important icons which are available on our desktops. Okay. So what about My Computer? So this is also called as Windows Explorer, because My Computer or this PC gives you an overview about the different types of drives that are present in your computer. Am I right? As Explorer is nothing but, so inside this icon you can find every file and folder that your PC has access to. So My Computer contains all files and folders which are present on your drives like C drive. So this is called as drive. As so hard disk is partitioned into number of drives, am I right? That is C drive, A drive, D drive, E drive, etc. So all the files and folders are stored in these drives. So My Computer is also known as Windows Explorer. Why? Because it displays all the drives and files and folders that are present in the drives. Okay, that is about My Computer or this PC. So what about next one? Recycle bin. So what is the use of recycle bin, students? And in some operating systems, recycle bin will appear as a trash. Am I right? Trash, which is similar to recycle bin. So what is the use of recycle bin? So what is recycle bin? SPC means personal computer. Once My Computer contains all the documents, files and data. Come on students, what is recycle bin? So recycle bin is the place where the deleted items stored temporarily unless they are permanently deleted. So why? Because so recycle bin is a temporary storage area that contains all the deleted files, and it provides the option to restore the files again. So otherwise we can permanently delete those items which are present on the recycle bin. Simply recycle bin is a temporary storage area. So all the deleted items are stored in recycle bin. Am I right? Very good. To restore, delete files, photos, that means it also provides option to restore the files again. So based on the options you can set on your computer, as we can also set the recycle bin as a permanent deletion of files. Am I right? Unless they are permanently stored. This is about recycle bin. So recycle bin contains all the deleted items on your computer. So what is My Documents? What about My Documents? It is a place, simply it is used to store the documents and files you create. So that is about My Documents. So My Documents stores all the files and your data. So this is about My Documents. So and last but not least, S. We have different types of buttons like shutdown, restart, log off, etc. to turn off and log off the computers. Am I right? As we have so many types of buttons like restart, shutdown, standby. So these are the various buttons which are used to close the particular windows or to close the system, or we can restart it by using restart button. So these are the various features available in Windows. So desktop, icons, taskbar and some internal system programs. So these all comes under the features of Windows OS. So that's why Windows is a GUI operating system, graphical user interface operating system. Okay students, with this we have completed the most important fundamental concepts. Now I am going to explain the most useful and interesting topic, that is MS Office. Why? Because MS Office will help you a lot during your student life as well as professional life, as you will be doing PPTs by using PowerPoint and work on Excel and Word. Okay students, so now I am going to explain some Office introduction and its versions on PPT, and later I will explore all the options That is each and every command in practical. So get ready with your laptop or desktop. Why? Because it will be helpful for you if you try to do practice along with me. So otherwise we can't remember the options and it's working. Okay students? So let's start MS Office. So what is MS Office? So do you know about MS Office, students? Can you tell me a few words about MS Office? Can you tell me a few words about MS Office, students? Come on, respond. Can you tell me a few words about MS Office? What is MS Office? First, what is MS Office? And this is very important for us. What is MS Office? So MS stands for Microsoft. Am I right? S. MS Office is an application software. Why? Because MS Office is designed to do some specific task. So MS Office was developed by Microsoft Corporation. So why this software is named as MS Office? This software is mainly developed to do all office works. So that's why this software is named as MS Office. Office is nothing but this is helpful to do all office works. Yes, first MS Office. Simply it is called as MS Office Suite. MS Office Suite. MS Office is simply called as MS Office Suite. Suite means, very good, Suite means, SMS means Microsoft, Suite means. Students, I need response from each and everyone whether it is right or wrong. Okay? So otherwise, if you are not responded, I think that you are not listening to my class. Am I right? Come on students, Suite. So it is a bundled set of productivity applications. See, MS Office is simply called as package. So what about C, C++ and Java? C, C++ and Java are called languages. Am I right? Languages. As some softwares comes under languages and some softwares comes under packages. So what is the difference between language and package? Simply MS Office is a package. So language consists of syntax rules. So language is basically a tool that we use to write programs. That means we must follow the rules to write any program on any programming language. Am I right? But package is a way to carry a group of related softwares. Why? Because software package contains multiple applications that work together to meet various goals and objectives. So one of the best example is MS Office. As MS Office is a package. Why? Because MS Office contains individual applications. That means it contains another sub packages such as Word, MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint, MS Publisher, MS Outlook, etc. So MS Office contains individual applications and each individual application serves as a specific purpose. So that's why Office is called as Office Suite. Suite is nothing but a set of productivity applications are available on that software. Understood? Very good. Understood students? So now, so what is Office? A set of products developed by Microsoft Corporation and it contains some individual applications like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, Publisher, Outlook, etc. So each program serves a different purpose. So we need to learn MS Office. Why? Because it is very helpful tool. Because we can organize the data by using MS Office, by using Word or Excel or PowerPoint, etc. That means we can organize, arranging and presenting the data in figures and data. So we can organize the data by using MS Office, and we can arrange the data in a particular order using MS Office application. And we can present the data by using MS Office application. So it is very helpful tool, and it is mostly widely used in administrative positions regardless of industry. Yes, that's why we need to learn MS Office. So why? Because if you want to create any letter, or if you want to give the presentation, then we use PowerPoint. If you want to create a letter, or if you want to prepare any type of material, then we use MS Word. If you want to store the data in tabular form, then we'll go with MS Excel. So MS Office provides these type of tools, and that is very easy to access and very easy to learn. Versions of MS Office. Yes, we have so many versions. So what is the first version? The first version of MS Office was released in 1990. And the first version of MS Office is Office 1.0, and it contains Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So next version. So what is the next version? The next version of MS Office released in 1992. And the Office is called as Office 3.0. Office 3.0. So what is the first version? Office 1.0. So what is the second version? Office 3.0. So next one, Office 4.3, which was released in 1994. Next one. And Office 95 was released in 1995 with Microsoft Windows, that can run on Microsoft Windows 95. So next one, Office 97, which was released on 1997. So next one, 2000. Office 2000 is released in 1999. And next, Office XP is released. So next one, Office 2003. So next one, Office 2007. Next one, Office 2010. These are the various versions of Office. Office 365. As Office 2010 and Office 365 is widely used now. And 2013, 2016, and the latest version of MS Office is 2019. So but 2010 and Office 365 is almost widely used now, because the interface is almost same in all other versions. See how many versions are there, students? Yes, MS Office was first announced by Bill Gates on August 1st, 1988, but the first version was released on market on 1990. In 1990. So Office 1.0, Office 3.0, Office 4.3, Office 95. Come on, students. So what is the next version? What is the next version of MS Office? Office 95. Next one, Office 97, Office 2000, Office 2003, 2007, 2010, 365, that is Office 365. Now it is called as Microsoft 365. 2013, 2016 and 2019. So these are the various versions of MS Office. By Microsoft. Okay, students? And what are the different applications available in MS Office? Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Access, Outlook, etc. Am I right? Now, the first application, and it is the most popular application that is available on MS Office, that is MS Word, Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word is simply called as word processor application. Word processor application. So, word processor means it is a computer application that is used for the production of potentially printable material, as we can create any type of documents by using MS Word. In MS Word, the file is called as, the MS Word file is called as document. So, this is the logo of MS Word. So, what can we do with MS Word, students? What can we do with MS Word? So, what can we do with MS Word? As we can create letters and letter heads, and we can create any type of documents. So, we can create business documents having various graphics including pictures, charts and diagrams. As we can create and store and reuse the ready-made contents, and we can create any type of pamphlets by using MS Word, and we can design different documents such as resume. We can create our own biodata by using MS Word, and we can create visiting cards, invitation cards or any type of brochures, pamphlets, etc. As we can prepare our materials by using MS Word document. So, that is why this is called as word processor or project documentation by using MS Word. That means we can create any type of documents by using MS Word. So, that is why this is called as word processor. So, this is MS Word window. So, this is MS Word 2010 window, or which we call it as word interface 2010. See, the older versions of MS Word contains menu bar. Menu bar. So, what is menu bar? So, in the previous class we discussed menu bar, am I right? See, how many types of menus are there and what is the use of menu bar? Come on, students. Come on, respond. So, what is menu bar? So, what is menu? So, what are the different types of menus are available? Come on, respond, students. Come on, students. Please respond. So, your response is very important. So, what is menu bar? What is menu bar? So, what is the use of menu in any window? Very good. Very good, Harshita. Menu bar is for quick access of tools. See, only one response. So, what about the remaining students? See, around 700 attendees are there here. Very good. Menu bar contains different types of items as icons. Very good. So, menu bar. So, menu is an on-screen list of options, am I right? So, very good. Pop-up menu and pull-down menu. So, very good. Very good, Shreya. Yes, menu is one of the graphical control element. Very good. But menu contains a list of options. So, but the newer versions of MS Office contains a ribbon interface. Ribbon interface. So, this is called ribbon. So, this part is called ribbon. So, the ribbon is displayed under the beneath of the title bar. So, this is called the ribbon. So, ribbon interface was introduced from 2007, Word 2007. Okay. So, in the older versions, that means up to 2003, menu bar is displayed under the beneath of the title bar. Menu bar contains options, and again the menu options again contains the cascade menus. That means again the submenu contains another different options which are very difficult to remember. But here from 2007 the ribbon interface was introduced. Why? Because so all the commands of the particular tab are grouped together and displayed all at once. That is the advantage of ribbon. So these are called as tabs. So later we will discuss each and every component of window. Just this is the word interface. What about Excel? MS Excel, Microsoft Excel, as this is a spreadsheet application software. See, MS Word is a word processor application software, whereas Excel is a electronic spreadsheet. Excel is called as electronic spreadsheet. Why? Because spreadsheet means an electronic document. It is an electronic document in which the data is arranged in the form of rows and columns. And MS Excel is mainly used for calculation purpose, as we can perform any type of calculations very easily in MS Excel. So MS Excel is a spreadsheet developed by Microsoft. As spreadsheet is an electronic document which data is arranged in the rows and columns of a grid for calculations. This is the logo of MS Excel. This is an interactive application. So why? Because we can organize and arrange the data in tabular form. Because MS Excel contains, the page of MS Excel contains rows and columns which looks like a table. Whereas in MS Word, if you want to create the data in tabular form, then we'll go with one command, that is tables. But in MS Excel, the data will automatically stored in the form of tables, that is in tabular form. So that is the advantage of MS Excel. The main advantage, the most important thing is we can perform any type of calculations using MS Excel. That's why this is widely used for analysis purpose. Analysis purpose. So what can we do with MS Excel? As the basic fundamental mathematical calculations will be done by using Excel. And so for analysis purpose, we can create graphs and charts. And we can perform any type of analysis by using Excel. This is Excel window. So in MS Word, the page looks like a normal paper, but in MS Excel, the page contains rows and columns. See, this is the working area of MS Excel. So it contains grid of cells, that is, it contains rows and columns. So we can easily enter the data and organize the data in MS Excel. Okay. MS PowerPoint. S. So what is the use of PowerPoint, students? PowerPoint. So what is the use of PowerPoint? PowerPoint. As PowerPoint is mainly used for presentation purpose, am I right? As PowerPoint is an application software. It is mainly used for presentation purpose. So what is presentation? This is a process of presenting a topic. This is a PowerPoint file, am I right? S. So like demonstration, lecture, introduction, speech, etc. So this is the logo of PowerPoint. So what can we do with PowerPoint? We can create animations. We can create presentations, that means for seminar purpose, as making tutorials, training, education, animations, brochures, slideshows, photo slideshows, e-brochures, videos. As so multimedia controls are available in PowerPoint. So to create videos as education purpose, corporate policies, students, professionals, etc. Simply PowerPoint is mainly used for presentation purpose, and we can apply any type of animations using PowerPoint. And in PowerPoint each page is called as slide. In Excel each page is called as sheet. Am I right? Sheet, which we call it as spreadsheet. S. So this is PowerPoint window. So this is called as slide. Now, so what is file format? Do you know about the file format, students? Format is nothing but format. So what is format? See, every window has its, that means every software or every application has its own format, which we call it as file format. The file format tells the computer, that indicates that what type of file it is. So that means the storage of the document or the storage of the page, the storage of the file is stored based on the file format. See, document saved in MS Word contains .doc. So up to 2003 the format is .doc. So from 2007 .docx. .doc stands for document. So what about X? See, from 2007 onwards some XML standards are included in MS Office applications. That is in MS Word. XML stands for extensible markup language. So do you know about HTML, students? HTML, hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language. Yes, HTML is mainly used to develop web pages. What is web page, students? HTML is one of the languages, that is a markup language, that is mainly used to develop web pages. What is web page? And which page is called as web page, students? As very good. Format means structure of a particular data. Very good. So it tells the computer the particular format of the particular file. It is simply a structure. Come on, students. So what is web page? Come on, respond, students. What is web page? What is web page? So which page is called as web page? Web, World Wide Web. So web page contains the information as. What is web page? Come on, students. What is web page? Come on, respond, students. What is web page? See, HTML is used to develop web pages on internet. What is internet? So, XML, extensible markup language, is included or developed with HTML to store and transfer the data. That means XML standards are included in Word 2007. So from 2007 the extension, see, format is also called as extension. The extension of Word or format of Word file is .docx. .doc for older versions and .docx is the latest format. And next, document saved in MS Excel. See, I need response from everyone. What is web page? Very good. Web page contains hypertext. That means web page contains text, pictures, audios, videos, Hyperlinks, because hyperlink is used to navigate from one page to another page. So in internet, each page is called as web page. Very good, students. So next, Excel. So .xls is the extension of 2003, and from 2007 onwards .xlx is the format. XLX, Excel sheet. XLS means so PowerPoint extension .pptx. So the format of PowerPoint is .pptx. PPT stands for, just guess the answer, students. PPT stands for, DOC stands for document, because in MS Word the file is called as document, because document contains number of pages. In Excel each page is called as sheet. So XLS means Excel sheet. What about PPT? So X stands for XML in each and every format. So what about PPT? PPT. P for PowerPoint. What about PT? Come on. Very good. Who is this? PowerPoint presentation. S. PowerPoint presentation. PPT stands for PowerPoint presentation. So these are the file formats for Word, Excel and PowerPoint. And some more tools are available in MS Office, that means some more applications are available in MS Office like Access, MS Word, Excel and PowerPoint. So very important, MS Access, Outlook Publisher, or some more applications available in MS Office. MS Access. So do you know about Access, students? So anyone in the class, do you know about Access? So Access is a database, or Access is a database management system. DBMS stands for database management system. That means the data is stored in its own format. So database is used to store the data in the form of tables. Tables. So what is UTRL, ma? UTRL means? Yes, we can import or link directly to data stored in other applications and databases. See, database is an organization of a particular data. As we can organize the data in tables by using database management system softwares. See, one of the example of DBMS software is MS Access, SQL, MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle. So these are all comes under DBMS software. MS Access is a database management system. It is the logo of MS Access. So this is MS Access window. Okay. So later we will discuss the basics of MS Access after PowerPoint. Okay. Okay, students. Outlook. As MS Outlook. So this is widely used now, because it is mainly used as an email application. So you'll go and search a Microsoft Outlook on your Google, Microsoft Outlook. As we can create our own ID by using Outlook application. So this is an application that is developed by Microsoft, because this is one of the application on MS Office, and simply which we call it as a personal information manager. Why? Because it is mainly used as email application, and it contains some other tools like calendar, task manager, note taking, journal and web browsing, etc. Yes. So this is about Microsoft Outlook, and it is the logo of MS Outlook. Okay, students. So now, so if you have any doubts, please post your questions on chat box, students. What is meant by URL? Uniform Resource Locator. So do you know about the URL? Uniform Resource Locator. Simply URL is an address of website. Website address is called as URL, Uniform Resource Locator. So unique transaction reference number means, so what is this, Satya? Satyasai. As very good. Email client, Outlook. Very good. A web page is a hypertext document. So website is a collection of web pages, and the address, website address is called as URL, Uniform Resource Locator. So what is browser, students? So browser is a software. So browser is an application software. So can you tell me a few browsers? Examples of browsers. So can you give the names of the browser, students? HTTPS as HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. See someone asked about HTTPS. So 1 second, students. So HTTP stands for sorry. 1 second, students. Okay. Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So this is the main protocol which helps to fetch web pages from server to client. HTTP is a protocol. What is protocol? Protocol is nothing but a set of rules. What about HTTPS? So now HTTPS protocol is widely used to provide more security. Simply HTTPS means Hypertext Transfer Protocol over secure. Over secure. That means this protocol provides more security. So in most of the websites, starts with HTTP. So website address is nothing but URL. Salavanya. So what is the URL of Gmail? Gmail.com. Am I right? Gmail.com. So www.gmail.com. So when you press enter button, then automatically, so it was displayed with http://. Am I right? So I'll show you one example. So this is Microsoft Edge browser. So can you give the examples of browser, students? Very good. UC browser, Google Chrome, Opera, Safari, Microsoft Edge, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox. Am I right? Yes. So Safari is a browser which is available on Apple products. MS Office. As someone asked about use of MS Office. Yes, MS Office is used to create materials, letters. If you want to create a material, a particular subject material, simply you'll go with MS Word. So if you want to store the data, for example, if you want to perform any type of analysis on students' data or any other type of data, then you'll go with MS Excel. For example, here I'll give the presentation by using PowerPoint. So that is PPT. Yes, this is Microsoft Edge. Now, so what is URL? Simply enter gmail.com. Okay. So when you press enter, see. So this is the URL of the Gmail page. So it automatically displays with https://accounts.google.com. HTTPS, that means it provides more security and it is a protocol that helps to fetch the web pages or internet. So now I'll explain how to explore the Word window. Okay, students. So if you are new to the MS Word, then how do you open it? See, I'll show you how to open the MS Word window. Okay, students. So first, so this is the desktop. So now, if you want to open the MS Word window, simply the first thing is you can go with Start. And under all programs, we have to search for the MS Word. MS Word. So this is Microsoft Office. So all the programs are arranged in alphabetical order, and that is very easy to access any type of program, am I right? S. And here 2007 and 2010 versions are available on my desktop. So this is Word 2010. So first you can go with Start menu or Start button, and then under all programs you have to search for the Word 2010 or MS Word, or simply you can search it by using search bar. Simply enter Word, or otherwise another shortcut is there. Press WinWord, WINWORD, WinWord on Run command. So this is Word 2010. Okay, so I'll explain each and every command in MS Office 2010 because the interface is almost similar in all other versions. If you learn this, then you can easily access any type of commands in all other versions. So this is Word 2010. And again, if you want to open Word to 2007, so where is 2007? Word 2007. Okay. So it was configuring. So let me show you what is the difference between 2007 and 2010. See, ribbon interface was introduced from 2007. The older versions contains menu bar. Okay, menu bar S. Okay, students, is the windows visible to you? See, this is 2010 and this is 2007. Just observe the difference between Word 2010 and 7. Come on, students. So what is the difference between them? Just observe the difference in both the windows. So this is 2010 and this is 2007. The interface, which we call it as interface, this is called as window or interface. See, interface is almost similar in both the windows, am I right? Is there any difference in between them, students? Come on. Just observe the difference. Can you tell me the difference in both the windows? Is there any difference in between them? In 2007, symbols, see, commands are almost same. Some extra features are included in 2010. Okay, so this is 2007 and this is 2010. Now, let us understand the various important parts of the MS Word window. So let me show you what is the difference between 2007 and 10. This is 7. Okay, 7 contains Office button. So this is called as Office button. Office button contains the file related options like it helps to open an existing file, it helps to save the new file, and it helps to print the particular file. That means all the file related options are included on Office button. This is Office button. But when coming to the 2010 window, File tab. So observe the difference, students. This is File tab. File tab. So File tab replaces the Office button. As so from 2010 onwards, so the File tab replaces the Office button, and again the File tab contains file related options like Office button. So that is the main difference in between them. Understood? Yes, the ribbon interface was updated from 2007 onwards, and this is the best feature because all the commands are grouped into a single ribbon. That means that all are displayed at once on the particular tab based on the selected tab. So this is the ribbon which contains the selected tab. Now the selected tab is home, am I right? Next, insert. So insert ribbon contains all the insert related options like this: page layout, references, etc. Okay, then we'll go with Word 2010. So this is the interface of Word 2010. Okay, so let me explain the various important components of Word window. So first one is File tab. As File tab replaces the Office button of Word 2007, it contains all the file related options. You can click it on File tab to check the backstage view. So this is called as backstage view. So what is backstage view? Backstage view contains all the open documents, opened and saved documents. Okay. So this is the backstage view, and the File tab contains save, save as, open, close, info, recent, new, etc. Okay. So next one. Okay. This is called as Quick Access Toolbar. Quick Access Toolbar. So what is a Quick Access Toolbar? So this is called as So you will find above the File tab Quick Access Toolbar. So why this is called as Quick Access Toolbar? Quick Access Toolbar contains the most frequently used commands, and you can customize this toolbar based on your comfort. So why? Because it contains one drop down. Okay. See here already undo, redo and save are placed in the Quick Access Toolbar. So if you want to remove it from Quick Access Toolbar, simply deselect the particular command. So if you select the particular command, and it will appear as a tick mark. That means we can easily select and deselect the commands based on your comfort. That is Quick Access Toolbar. So File tab contains all the file related options, and you can check it to the File tab to check the backstage view. That means it contains all the open, saved and running windows, running programs or files. Okay. Very good. Next one, Quick Access Toolbar, you will find above the File tab. Next, so after the Quick Access Toolbar, this bar is called as Title Bar. So what is Title Bar? Document 1 Microsoft Word. So this bar is called as Title Bar. Title bar contains the name of the window and the title of the document. See, if you first open the MS Word, then it shows as Document 1. And again, if you open another window, okay, simply enter word in search bar, then you can directly, so it shows a document 2 since it is the second document, am I right? Yes. So title bar contains the title and the name of the document. Why? Because the MS Word file is called as document, and the title bar contains 3 buttons: minimize, maximize and close buttons. Okay. So tomorrow I will discuss the shortcut keys for minimize and maximize the particular window and some more important parts of the MS Word window. Okay students, we will continue tomorrow. And get ready with your laptop and desktop. Okay. Okay students. So what is the difference between 2007 and 10? So which tab is introduced in 2010? So which tab is introduced in 2010 students? Okay students, we'll continue tomorrow. Thank you everyone. Okay.